Natural hair is difficult. Whenever people say this, I completely understand because before I became an expert in natural hair care, I also struggled with taking care of my own hair.
Hey guys, oh my god, everything is dry. Welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, my lips are so dry. I'm going to be doing my skincare and makeup while I talk to you guys about the reason I went natural all those years ago. This is the first time I'm telling this story. I've never told this story before, so this should be good. I'm going to be talking to you guys about all of the things that being natural has taught me in terms of hair care, in terms of life lessons, because I feel like a natural hair journey is also one of those very trying journeys. Actually, for some people it's not easy, it's not smooth sailing from the time you decide you're going to have your hair natural to your entire journey. I'm going to be using products from Anua to do my skincare. Here I have the Rise 70 plus ceramide toner. I also have the niacinamide serum and I have their sunscreen. I have been using the products ever since. I like them, so I'm just going to prep my skin before I start doing my makeup. I decided to go natural in 2014, maybe. It's been a while. 2014 is when I decided that I didn't want to use relaxers anymore at all whatsoever. I remember the person I told first was my mom, because she was the one paying for my hair care at that time. So I told my mom and I told my hairstylist. I told them, I said, this isn't working for me. I want to stop putting relaxers in my hair because the type of scalp I have was very sensitive. Relaxers used to burn me every single time. There was no time I put relaxers in my hair that I didn't get burned. I just said I wasn't going to be doing this anymore. That was that. I stopped putting the relaxers. I let my hair grow out for about 3 or 6 months. And when I decided that, I remember they told me, both my mom and my stylist told me, my hair is stubborn. If you're Nigerian, you know what stubborn hair is. Stubborn hair is basically hair that is difficult to retouch. Hair that even when you put relaxer and sit for long periods of time, it will not be completely relaxed most times. So that's the kind of hair that mine is classified as. I did not mind. I just said, let me just try the natural hair thing and see. If I like the way it goes, then I'll keep wearing my hair natural. And if I don't, I mean, I didn't give myself the option to go back to relaxers, but I was like, if I don't like it, then I don't know. I stopped putting relaxers in my hair. I used to use Better Good, and that was like the mildest relaxer of my scalp. It still used to burn me, but it was mild compared to other relaxers that I used, guys. Relaxers showed my scalp shegesha, and I just stopped. I now had to learn what exactly natural hair was, natural hair care was, and all of those things. This is the Heart Leave Silky Moisture Sun Cream, SPF 50 plus PA. So I like this sunscreen very much. Like, it doesn't feel heavy on my skin. These products are so lightweight, and I like the way they actually feel on my skin. Plus, they give me that glass skin that Korean skincare is known for. So I like them. I mean, once I apply them, my skin just starts to look vibrant, and who doesn't want vibrant looking skin? But honestly, since using these products, my skin nice, my makeup nice, the makeup lasts for hours. Another thing I want to point out is the time I went natural, 2014, natural hair was a very new thing. The only people who had natural hair back then were people that their natural hair was called virgin hair, and they were the deeper life women, you know, deeper life, the church, who had their hair natural, and they didn't even, I don't know how they used to take care of their hair back then, but it wasn't all glamorous and very cutesy the way the natural hair girlies started to take care of their hair. That caused the entire natural hair rebrand, natural hair movement, and all of that. And when I tell you there is nothing people didn't tell me, they called my hair all kinds of things. They called me all kinds of names, like, but it was nothing encouraging. I received more derogatory and more negative remarks in those first few years, and of course those remarks didn't bother me. I'm someone that's very okay with myself, and I feel like back then, the time I started keeping my hair natural was when I started to accept myself like as a really cool, really beautiful person. So honestly, the remarks didn't bother me. For my primer, I use this Pond's oil control powder. Honestly, I like this powder so much. Back then, when I also started growing my natural hair, I was in uni. I mean, in those years of uni where you're Nigerian, you know how lecturers don't take any in fact, let me not even start talking about lecturers. The lecturers were not really friendly either. I know I was pursued from class once because of my hair. I didn't look neat or something, so the lecturer asked me to stand outside since my hair was not done. I had all those experiences where they just didn't accept my hair. And you guys, you know how crazy Nigeria is. Nigeria is a very classist place. They treat you the way they perceive you, and their perception of you has absolutely nothing to do with you, but everything to do with their beliefs and what they think they want to see when they step out into society. So of course, society also affected me in terms of growing my hair and all of that. Well, honestly, I was more concerned with my hair being healthy at that point, because I had started taking my before and afters, and I could see the difference between my natural hair when I started growing it and when my hair was relaxed. So at this point, I already knew that this natural hair thing, it looks like it will work. Oh, my hair is looking nice. It's looking even nicer than when I was wearing relaxed hair. So I was like, at this point, if this is what my hair looks like compared to before when my hair was relaxed, there is no way I'm going back, and I stuck to that. So people didn't really like it. In church, in school, there were always comments talking about I should go get my hair done, I should do something with my hair. Another thing is, at that time, I had actually started giving people advice who were also starting to go natural. Back then, Facebook was a big thing. A lot of my posts used to be on Facebook, and I had a lot of followers back then, and a lot of them were ladies who were trying to grow their hair, and I was already giving out advice, telling people what to do, what not to do. I even had a blog on Blogger. Guys, just to tell you that this thing, we didn't start today. Once I noticed that people were starting to look for me in terms of hair, and I was like, this is something that can become something. So from there, I had people start to ask me if I did hair. That was how I got into hair. And I was like, no, until I said yes one day, and I did one person's hair, and they were like, oh, this is nice. The person went to the hostel, everybody was like, oh, this is nice. From there, me doing hair became a thing. Social media became a thing. Social media, I mean Instagram became bigger. All these other social media platforms started to be things that I was interested in. And so I went ahead and started to try my hands at different types of social media platforms. I started to grow my following on all of these platforms. So people started to demand that I serve content that was more in the line of educative for hair, tell them what to do, how to grow their hair to their own advantage so that they see more results, and all of the things that come with having nice hair, especially in a place where people are not used to seeing nice things like nice hair. And trust me, I know what I'm saying. Back then, this hair that is all over the place now, people didn't have hair that was as nice as mine. There was always someone looking for me for hair growth, hair care, this one and that one, but all in relation to hair care and hair growth. So I was like, okay, people want to see this thing, people are asking for this thing, let me go ahead and make it something that I can monetize. So I monetized my hair care skills. I monetized it into hairstyling. I started to offer home service styling. That was how I started to make a living for myself and started to raise money for myself, especially on campus. There is something about being a student and being broke that once you find something that actually brings you good money and that thing works for you, and people actually like that you do the thing and it doesn't cause you any issues in school, you actually start to focus on that thing and do it well enough to make good money from it. And that's exactly what I did. And even though I didn't maximize most of the channels that I had, there are so many ways you can get into the hair industry. There is the hairstyling route, and even hairstyling, there are so many niches. You can just pick one niche and then decide to do that thing diligently. Then there is content creation, there is wig making, there is hair product making. There are so many things that you can do in terms of being a hair person or being someone in the hair industry. So for the things that I have learned from my natural hair journey, the number one thing that I have learned is patience, because I feel like with natural hair you cannot just wake up and decide today I don't want to do this anymore. You can actually, but you cannot just wake up and say my hair is not growing, what magic thing can I use to get results fast. There is no fast results. Leave all this clickbait is something that sells. Clickbait brings the views. Clickbait helps people to get into watching your video and get the value from your video. Regardless of what you see on social media, there is no fast solution to hair growth. If you want your hair to grow well, it's going to take time, it's going to take something out of you, and it's going to require patience. So that has been the biggest lesson that I have learned. Patience. And I don't have a problem with patience. Then there has been the lesson of learning how to make things from scratch, the DIY side of me. So
making things from scratch is something I've always done right from the time I was a kid up until now, and I was able to get into that because of YouTube and use it as a means to help people who may not be able to afford buying expensive products from the store. So that's one amazing benefit of DIYs. You can literally do whatever you want to do from scratch in the comfort of your house, and it gives people more options as well in terms of using other types of hair products like Ayurvedic products, like homemade masks, all very affordable, all very easy to access. So that's just it. There have been other lessons. I feel like when it comes to hair, there is so much that you can do, there is so much that you can learn. It's always a never-ending journey. But the truth of the matter is, now in 2025, there is so much more information compared to before, when there was not enough information on the internet to help people grow their hair. So there is so much information on the internet now that can make your hair journey very easy, and you don't even need to struggle. It's just that I've noticed that people are so incredibly lazy. They want you to come and take the hair and grow for them, and even then they will complain from the beginning to the end. So if you have your way, you can always get on the internet. You'll find sources of information that will guide you through the hair journey on your own, and it's just left for you to maximize the information that you find. And that's it for this video. If you have any other thing to add in terms of growing hair, in terms of experiences, in terms of lessons that you have learned when it comes to growing hair, and in terms of how someone else can make the journey easier for them, kindly leave it in the comment section. If you've watched the video this far, thank you so much for watching. Everybody go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
hope you guys liked or enjoyed the story. Yeah, that's basically it for the story of how I went natural. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you also liked my makeup at the end of the day. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.